What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Tokyo Dark. I am loving this game so much, and I hope you are too. If this is your first time watching, or if you are a returning viewer, I very much appreciate it. Either way, you're awesome for that. And if you do like it, please show me your support by leaving me a like, a comment, or subscribing to my channel for this and various other playthroughs of all kinds of games. With that being said, we're going to jump back into here. And last time we were headed, I believe, towards Kamakura. So let's go. Let's go. Sorry about that. I knew that sounded really loud for some reason. Okay, I thought we were going to Kamakura, but we are going to Shinjuku instead. Shinjuku, considered the commercial heart of Tokyo's metropolis as well as its seedy underbelly. It's also the location of that quiet back alley where I chased Kazuki and where my life almost fell apart. Oh no, this is where I wanted to go. I just got my towns mixed up. Huh, it worked. Looks like Kasumi's tip wasn't a lie. Ugh, what a stench. I know that smell. Anyone who's worked homicide long enough knows it. It seems to be locked. I can't open it. I can't. Seems like the inside of the lock has been filed off. It didn't move at all. Must be reinforced. No good. It's as if something is holding it from the other side. Damn it! That did nothing but hurt my foot. The hairpin isn't catching on anything. This isn't going to work. The word ruby is written in blood on the wall. This is the source of the smell, all right. The body's in pretty bad shape. Whoever did it took enough time to mutilate the corpse. The internal organs have been disturbed, maybe removed. What's this? There's a paper bag with the name Higashi written on it. Did Reina do this? Nothing's changed, just a door. Nothing to see here. Where's that noise coming from? Sounds like something is trying to escape from the inside. The rattling stopped. Why? Shots of various girls, all of them taken in this room. They don't look like the professional headshots an agency would take. They all look so sad and young. I've got a pretty good idea what these pictures were used for and the types of people they might have been sent to. Reina? So it's true. To think you were kept in a place like this. What happened to you? Huh? Something's happening. You're back early. Yeah, I don't feel well. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Ruby, don't ignore me. Lately it's been the same excuses over and over. I I don't know what you're talking about. Ruby, my sweet little Ruby. You think because that one song was a hit, you can just stop working? That money's all gone, sweetheart. We spend it all trying to get you a record deal. Don't you think it's unfair to eat my food and stay here for free without doing any work? Ruby? Hey, stop crying. Stop crying. I'm talking to you. Please. I didn't mean it. I'll do another song. I'll make it up to you. I promise. I just don't want to. That's exactly why I'm setting up all these meetings for you. You make the right impression with these guys, and they'll take you places. Speaking of which, I got a call a little while ago from Masa. Know what he told me? He told me you were being a little disagreeable with him last night at his place. You know that he's one of our best clients, don't you? The things he can do for you girls is, well, I shouldn't even need to tell you. I sent you to him because he said there was something special about you. In fact, he said out of all the girls here, he particularly wanted to meet you. I did you a big favor by making that happen. Then you compensate my generosity by sitting in a room crying and telling me you don't feel well, or whatever excuse you come up with next. I I couldn't. He tried to. I don't care what he tried to do. You should have let him. When I took you in, you were a vulnerable, tiny girl who was already failing in school. But I saw your potential. I could already tell how pretty you'd be when you were older. That's all those men care about. How I look. So what? You think I took you in because of how smart you were? You're an idol. You're supposed to be looked at. Most men would fall over themselves to meet a pretty girl like you, but you ruin it for everyone when you sit there crying. What are you doing? I'm sick of looking like an idiot, Ruby. You made me do this. Nothing to see here. Where's that noise coming from? The noise stopped. Damn it, Ruby. I can't stand to see you like this. You're not gonna feel better staying cooped up in here. Listen, I got you that photo shoot lined up tomorrow. The one with Masa. Are you even listening? Don't make me go back. I don't want to go out. Let me stay here. What's wrong with you? Please, please don't make me. I'm afraid to go. Far as I can tell, all you're afraid of is success. I've fallen over myself to make you a star, but you'll never get anywhere if you lock yourself away. What? You not going to say anything? You can't treat me this way. I gave you your name, your music, and damn near everything else. Oh, but you think you're special, right? Let me break it to you, honey. You're not. There's loads of other girls in this business just like you, and they do what they have to without complaining about it. They understand how important it is to keep clients happy. And I'm sorry it's not all butterflies and flowers, but you're not some naive little girl anymore. You're a woman now. Hey, Earth to Ruby, I'm trying to give you some advice here, and you're not even listening. Reina. My name is Reina. What'd you just say? Reina. Who's that? Oh, yeah. That was the name of some pathetic little foster girl I picked up. You want to go back to being her? Just say the word, and I'll throw you out there myself. If you think you've got it so bad now, let's count the seconds between you hitting those streets and being back in foster care or dead in some gutter. Not so talkative now, are we? Reina. Or is it Ruby? The girl who was successful. The girl who could make it if she would just do what she was told. Sorry, I'm sorry. I lost my temper, but you gotta see things my way. You were special, you know that? I see, I saw so much potential in you. Such a beautiful young girl. I wanted to raise you up and show you what life could be. Then you reject me and everything I can offer you. It's a damn shame. You're still pretty, Ruby. So pretty. But not when you mope around. Look, I get it. You're a teenager and you want to cry it out, right? Fine. But when you're done with that, you're going back out there. You think I want to send you to all these little meetings with Masa and guys like him? I'd rather you were successful so we don't have to do that. I'm on your side. If you'd work harder, you wouldn't have to do things like that. Stop. Stop crying. You're not a child anymore. I just want to go home. Home? Where do you think you are? You are home. This is as good as it's going to get for a girl like you. Tomorrow, you're going to go with Masa and do whatever it is he tells you to do. You'll stop this crying, and you'll start making some money. Maybe it was a mistake to think you'd end up being special. Turns out you're just another disappointment, another whore. There's something lying on the mattress. It's a newspaper article dated October 24th, 2004. The article's title, One Hit Wonder Ruby Commits Suicide. That can't be. That was over 10 years ago. Her real name was withheld from the press, but her picture is there. According to the article, Higashi went to her room and found it locked. He called to her. She didn't answer. I thought she must have been tired, he said. She'd been working hard on a new song. He only forced the door when he noticed the smell where he found her hanging from the rafters. She'd hung herself almost 2 days before. Probably in this room. There's more. Though Mr. and Mrs. Higashi had adopted her years before, Ruby was not made to work and loved being an idol more than anything in the world. Her song, Look for Me, will go on sale again this month, with all sales going to various suicide prevention charities. I've read enough. The sadness that's in this room is the same awful feeling I felt in the sewers. Is it REINA'S? Is this what I was supposed to see? I feel sick. That monster. How many girls had Higurashi passed around and abused before he was murdered? And Reina, she looked the same as she does now. 16 years old. A child. Higashi had her locked up and she tried to take back control the only way she thought she could. Only she came back. And all that pain and suffering came back with her. When I was in that room, I could feel it like it was my own. And it's not the first time. The dark was steeped in it. As soon as I realized it was like that, the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me. I feel like the dark has changed, but there's more to do. The collector said the mask was a tool to navigate the dark. I need to go to Kamakura and find out what I can. Kamakura is filled with so many beautiful shrines and temples, and lots of hikes in the surrounding hills. Kazuki and I liked coming here in our time off. It's also the place where my Kawana was held at knife point last spring, and the place where I received the mask from her grandmother. Ever since the day at the shrine 6 months ago, I've been scared of this place. Something took control of me. No, that wasn't real. An old woman gave me a mask and I was sick, so I heard things. I lost control and it cost one girl her life and very nearly killed another. Even thinking of my Kawana and the scared look in her eyes as I pulled the trigger makes me want to shrivel away and hide. I can't tell her the truth about the voices I heard, or that it wasn't my fault. She'd tell someone I was here. Hopefully she'll forgive me enough to help with my investigation of the mask. Wait, something's wrong. The trees. Why are there cherry blossoms? It's fall, right? Or maybe... No, keep focused. It feels like I'm trapped in that day. Oh, it's you. I was reading the papers and I saw your picture. And then I saw that picture on the TV news. And maybe the 7chan message boards after I looked you up. I'm sorry, I was curious. I remember meeting you and couldn't believe it. It's like I met a celebrity or something. Oh, of course it's not good or anything, but you never know who you'll meet in this business. Everyone always seems so unassuming. I mean, that's not to say any of it was your fault or anything. Okay, so the message boards are pretty bad. There's a lot of bad stuff on there, like, wow. Pretty wild stuff. Are you done? Oh, right. Sorry. Yes. Hello. Again. Is Mai's grandmother still at that house near here? You want to see her? Well, she is still around, I suppose. I see the comings and goings of all the people around here. I don't see her getting out much, though. Oh, yes, that reminds me. When you were last here in April, did she, I don't know, give you something? I'm not accusing you, of course. I heard that there was an important artifact that went missing last spring. Kawana's old and losing her faculties a bit. Maybe she gave it to you by mistake. Can you remember anything like that? Oh, I see. I'm sure it will turn up. Where's Mai? I'm looking for Mai Kawana. Have you seen her? Oh, you're looking for Mai again, huh? Are you sure that's such a good idea? She was pretty upset about the, happenings the last time you were here. I mean, I've barely seen her leave Kamakura since then. Maybe it's best you leave her alone. It's important I talk to her. I suppose she'd be at the shrine that's down the street, like usual. Mine's very important in this town. Please don't upset her too much. We all want everything to go back to normal. What's going on with the weather here? It's fall. Why are the cherry blossoms out? It's beautiful, isn't it? There's a species of cherry tree, the Prunus subhirtella autumnalis, that sometimes blooms twice a year. At least, that's what it says online. Who'd have thought we'd have them here in Kamakura? Well, I say Kamakura, but they only seem to be in this part of town. Lucky, huh? A cherry blossom tree that blooms in fall? I've never seen it. Are you sure you've got your facts straight? It seems impossible. Impossible? Do you doubt my botany expertise? Impossible would be if the seasons started reversing themselves, don't you think? Yeah, it certainly does feel that way. Huh? You say something? Why the glum face? Anyway, I hope you take advantage of the weather and go for a picnic or something. The blossoms are so peaceful. Don't they put your mind at ease? Go away. No visitors. cherry blossoms continued to fall as I ran towards the shrine. The scent on the air was the same as before. In front of me was my kawana, still dressed in the outfit of the shrine maiden. Nothing was different. I was trapped. The fear from that day perfectly captured on her face, as if I was viewing a photograph. I felt lightheaded. My body felt heavy, my legs resisting every step I took in her direction. When the wind blew through the branches of the trees, I heard whispers. Whether the voices were from my memories or in that moment, I couldn't be certain. I was scared of losing control again. No, I won't do it. Kazuki said it wasn't real. He said if I took my meds, it would go away. I can't hear myself think. Please, go away. Go away. Shut up. Leave me alone. Who is it? Stay back. Wait, it's you, isn't it? Ito, right? What are you doing here? Because I... Sorry, just give me a minute. That's right, I'm here for that. I'm here to apologize to you, Mai. I should have come sooner, but then Reina, well, it's been complicated. Who? I guess I'm surprised that you'd come to apologize. I didn't hear anything from you or anyone else for 6 months. Everyone else around here just ignored me and pretended like it never happened. I know you probably don't want anything to do with me. That day, I lost control. Or anyway, I couldn't think straight. No, I had no choice. That girl was there with a knife to your throat. I had to do it. Yeah, that's it. I was following procedure. But I put you at risk. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Following procedure, huh? It's strange, isn't it? The cherry blossoms, I mean. It's silly, but every time someone comes here and says how beautiful they are, I just get so mad. It's like they don't understand my feelings at all. But that's selfish, huh? It's not like I want everyone to suffer along with me. I guess the only other one who understands that is you, Detective. Yeah, it hasn't been easy for me either. I still see Reina sometimes, and I can't help wonder if it's real. Reina? You mean the girl who you... I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. I know that you and your partner were only doing what you could to save me, but I wish I could have helped. I felt so helpless. At least you told me the truth. Thank you. You know, I asked Grandma about the mask that girl, Reina was after, and she said she'd never heard of it. But it was a lie. I found one of her old journals at the shrine, and she wrote that the mask was important and had to be hidden away. Why would she lie to me? I'm sick of everyone always trying to protect me by covering everything up. Grandma hasn't been the same since that day either. She shuts herself up in that old house and mumbles to herself about things I don't understand. My gut tells me that mask has something to do with it. I bet that mask is what's making the dark come out. Why did you say that? Mai? Yes? What's wrong? You look pale. This is a bit embarrassing, but let me help you. Everyone around here keeps ignoring everything, but I can't. Grandma won't say anything and stays shut away. But I bet Takashi knows something. I always got the sense he was hiding things from me. Oh, sorry. Takashi's my brother. He used to live here in Kamakura with me and Grandma, but he left the first chance he got. Huh? Yeah, that's a good idea. Where does your brother live now? He's an instructor at a successful kendo dojo in Asakasa in Tokyo. I hear he's a big shot in the kendo world. It sounds like he'd be a good place to start. Do you think he'll speak to me? You can try. He's never been very good at opening up to strangers, though. It's worth a shot. Thanks for listening to me, Mai. Whew. I sure am glad I was able to control that and not kill Mai. That was a scary moment. Go away! No visitors! My investigation up to that point led me to believe that finding Takashi Kawana would be difficult and convoluted, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Turns out his kendo dojo was well regarded as a popular training spot for a few national champions and several of the city's police officers. The latter made me nervous. The information I was asking for was sensitive, and I didn't want word of my investigation finding its way back to HQ. A few misfired questions could end up with officers knocking on my door, or worse, Yukimura himself calling me up. I had to be cautious. Inside is the interior of a traditional tea shop, but it doesn't look like anyone's been there recently. Hello there. Would you be interested in buying some of the finest takoyaki in Tokyo? This isn't the cheap stuff you buy at food stand at a festival. They will make you question everything you know about octopus in ball form. Who can say no to that sales pitch? Sure, I'll take some. Wow, you're right. This is maybe the best takoyaki I've had. Thank you, miss. Best takoyaki on all the islands. Hello there. Is there something we can help you with? Huh? I don't speak Wait, Japanese? Your Japanese is perfect. As a college professor. If it wasn't, I'd probably be out of a job. I'm no college professor, but I work in a Japanese software company, so I'd be in a bit of trouble too. Don't look at me, I just live here. Well, not in Tokyo, in the suburbs. Wow, I think you guys might speak Japanese better than I do. I mean, sorry, I never would have thought. Would you prefer to speak in English instead? No, I mean no. Please, Japanese is fine. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to be nosy. I guess I don't see people wearing yukata this late in the year. Is there a festival or something? No. We come to Asakusa every year, and the yukata became part of the tradition after a while. Guess it makes us stand out more than we already do, huh? Don't knock tradition, Tony. Admittedly, my legs are a little cold, though. You guys come here every year. You must know the area pretty well by now. I'm looking for a kendo dojo where a Takashi Kawana works. It should be in this area. Kawana. Why does that name seem so familiar? Oh, right. He's that kendo instructor at the dojo right behind us. People say he's some kind of prodigy. I wouldn't be surprised if he became a master in time. Supposedly, he's very particular about who he trains. I suppose he doesn't want to waste his time with people who aren't serious. Makes sense when you think about it. With how good he is, he must get a ton of wannabe kendo masters coming to him. Seems like he trains a lot of police, too. In the time we've been standing here, we've seen a few come in and out. All that, and I think he's still in his 20s. For someone so young, he must be under a lot of pressure. No kidding. I've heard talk of an interdepartmental kendo tournament. It's become a matter of pride for the different regional departments. I wish my work did martial arts competitions between departments. Nothing would work out the unspoken tension between me and my boss quite like a good smack to the jawline. Police fighting each other, huh? That must be pretty brutal. I mean, I guess police in Japan don't really have to use force all that much, though. Yeah. Anyway, how do you know so much about the dojo anyway? I mean, I live in Shinagawa, and I don't know anything that specific about it. um, you see, it says so right here in the dojo's flyer. He was out here about 10 minutes before you came handing them out. Kinda seemed a little prickly, so we didn't talk to him though. I admit it would have been much cooler if we'd known that off the top of our head. But we're glad we were able to help you regardless. Makes me feel a little silly now, trying to learn more about him from a flyer. Considering he trains so many police, I'm surprised I never heard of him until now. Huh? Are you associated with the police somehow? Huh? Who? Me? No, of course not. I'm an investigator, see? Like a, private detective. Listen, if anyone comes by asking about a female detective, just, sorry, I don't speak Japanese. Right. Exactly. I appreciate it. Anyway, I should get going. Sorry to bother you. Thanks for the information, guys. Our pleasure. Good luck at the dojo. Let us know if you learn any kendo tricks. The men in the department always puffed out their chest when they talked about the kendo competitions, like it was going to impress me or something. Never paid it much attention. Still, it's strange that someone related, however faintly, to the mask has yet another tie to my old life. Takashi Kawana seems like an interesting guy, but very serious and not keen on strangers. At least, I didn't have to use any English. That would have been a disaster. This looks like the dojo I was looking for. It has a very traditional aesthetic. Who are you? A friend of mine. You're a friend of my sister's? You expect me to believe that? A little old, don't you think? Gee, thanks. Really? Do you think I wouldn't recognize you? You're the officer who was at the shrine in April who almost got her killed. And now you're lying about it, pretending to be your friend, no doubt, to get something from me. Don't look so shocked. Your little deception was easy to read is all. After your idiocy in Kamakura, I heard Mai crying over the phone every night for a month. Don't bother her anymore. Now get out of here before myself or one of your fellow officers has to throw you out. Well, that didn't go too well. Maybe Mai will know how to soften her brother up. Alright, well, since it just auto-saved, I'm going to end it here. I hope y'all enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing. If you did, please show me some support by leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe to my channel for this and other playthroughs. Again, thanks so much. I hope every one of you has a great day or night. You're so awesome. I very much hope to see you in the next episode. And peace out.